gave you one yesterday. I put it on your spot yesterday. With the other one, sorry. I don't have it an extra.
Okay.
Guess it is 9 o'clock, ain't it?
Yep.
At 9, we stand and do the Pledge of
Okay.
Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You're here for the proclamation.
I am, yes.
I had it all typed in.
Oh, great.
Actually, a funny story, we read the wrong one a few weeks ago. We had a proclamation in April and I had this one typed and made Tracy read it all for nothing.
Well, you had some practice then.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Did you see anything in the minutes?
Nope. Just got a couple of questions which don't pertain too much. One I already asked. Then the second one, hi Tim.
Morning.
How's it
Tim.
going? Good. And the second one was that we have to draft a letter for that
Yep.
tab
And I got
Good
it.
morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good,
How about
you?
you?
Good girl.
Yep.
models. Those are the only two things, so,
Make a
Yep.
motion, we approve all 3 sets.
okay?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
So here is number 3.
Cool. And that's the statement for
Yep.
those vending machines, isn't it?
Yep, and in the letter I stated to try to do it for a year, otherwise he'd have to have us give that application number per each waiver.
Sure, sure.
And so we're gonna try it this year.
Okay.
Sir?
Morning, Sheriff.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Huh?
Hi.
Hi.
Looks good to me, and I'd make a motion that we authorize your signature of that letter.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Should have probably asked Ron about that.
As to?
He grants a liquor license.
Yeah, and he was here last week as
And
well.
they do the background checks for us too.
Mhm.
Okay, number 4, abate taxes on parcels.
It's one parcel, so Melinda brought this parcel to me, Benton County. We were transferred ownership in October of 2022,
Okay, yep.
so there's $18 with penalty and interest. It's that part that we own a share with
River.
the conservation.
River access.
Yep.
Mm,
There was a one divided, I don't remember what
Mhm,
interest in
mhm.
that Collins Family Trust.
Sure.
So now that it's in our name, I'm just asking that you abate the remaining taxes on that.
Which is about $18, you said.
So moved.
And I'd second that.
Okay. Call for a vote. It's a resolution, excuse me.
By resolution,
Yeah.
Primer, aye.
Beershank, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Hey Haley,
Yeah,
is there a Wi-Fi we can get on that here?
yep. If you look up there,
Oh, thank you.
yep. Here's that proclamation that she's here for. For number 6. You practiced reading it a few weeks ago.
You're gonna do it this time,
Or
Gary?
did you want to read it to him?
I can, if you want me to, or you can read it.
Okay. So
It doesn't matter.
this is for the Community Action Month. So whereas Community Action has made essential contributions to individuals and families across this nation by creating economic opportunities and strengthening communities. And whereas Community Action is a robust state and local force connecting people to life-changing services and creating pathways to prosperity in 99% of all American counties. And whereas Community Action builds and promotes economic stability as an essential aspect of enabling and enhancing stronger communities and stable homes. And whereas Community Action promotes community-wide solutions to challenges throughout our cities, suburbs, and rural areas. And whereas Community Action delivers innovative services and supports that create greater opportunities for families and children to succeed. And whereas Community Action insists on community partnership and involvement, ensuring that all sectors of the community have a voice and will be heard. And whereas Community Action is celebrating 59 years of innovation, impact, and providing proven results for Americans. Now therefore, the Benton County Supervisors do hereby proclaim May 2023 as Community Action Month in recognition of the hard work and dedication of the county community action agencies. And that is by resolution.
I make a motion that we approve that proclamation for May being Community Action Month.
Second.
By resolution.
Primer, aye.
Beer shank aye.
Seaman, aye.
It was a long ways to go for just that
That's
little bit,
okay.
wasn't it?
Thank you very much for doing this. You know, we are celebrating, as you know, Community Action Month. We are one of 16, HACAP is one of 16 community action agencies in the state of Iowa, and one of 1,000 nationwide. At HACAP, we served over 75,000 people last year. Nationally, they served over 15 million community action agencies did. And as was in the proclamation, you heard that every county in the United States of America is covered through community action agencies. So even though some of us do different things, we all work together to reduce poverty in the communities that we serve. And we do it with the assistance of boards of supervisors such as yourselves. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming up.
I'll let you have the copies.
Okay. Thank you very much. Have a great day,
You
everybody.
too.
Good to see you, and drive careful going back.
I will, now I know that I need to turn on that gravel road. Sometimes you learn the hard way, don't you?
Well, there is a
Thank you very
back way to get there, but I'd
Yeah.
get you lost.
I
If you're
figured this
going
way
back.
now, so.
Yeah.
If you're going up
But thank
to,
you.
are you going north to Independence?
No.
I'm going back to Cedar Rapids.
Oh,
I don't think I have it with me anymore.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
You too.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Thank you.
Number 5.
So I only have a comment now.
Yeah.
On the abatement though, I'm assuming you did that, that's
Yep.
perfectly fine.
Yep.
You need to do it in your file then too, because it's.
Yeah, it
okay.
still shows the value, yeah.
Yeah, just to let you know that part, and I was, just on other note, that compromise is likely, well, it's passed at some point, it isn't finalized yet, obviously, because it has to go to the governor and such on property tax things, and we talked about it, but we don't exactly know what it is, because it's a 75-page thing that people had about an hour to look at before they had to vote on it, so that's,
An hour?
yeah, well.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, I'll be careful how I say it. A few people saw it for longer, and I'm not saying it's Democrat, Republican, but I'm sure the Democrats didn't see it for a very brief time, and probably most of the rest of the other senators and
Just,
representatives too. Is probably a decision by a few people, but not quite as, not as rough as what it was initially with some of the ones, but still it'll have some effects, so.
From that one.
yeah.
So it's
That's
Okay,
it.
thanks, Larry.
No, I just want to make sure that we had that part, like I said, so.
We got it.
Yeah, don't
thanks
worry.
for coming in.
Yep,
See you, Larry.
yep.
about the party. Or was there more? hopefully she has a full copy.
Cause she's not listed on there.
Do you wanna do number 5?
Yeah,
Okay, so that's that ARPA reporting I had to do.
yep, you got a copy of that?
Yep, and then you can sign that. So what I did was run what we have for the fiscal year, where'd it go? Hold on.
That just basically says, follow, go live,
There it is.
and that's our intent.
So as of June
The rest of it, it's not mine.
30th, 2022, I had to do that last reporting, and now through March 31st, I had to report. So our total obligations is obviously that 4.981 million that we have total. The total cumulative expenditures we've spent so far out of ARPA is 1,256,421.78. The current period that we spent for what this period covered was 519,660.54. But for the current obligations, I made sure I included that difference between the radio project and then that 2,200,000. And then I talked with the janitors on the rest of the boiler project, our scanning project, and some of the conservation. So I put that as current period obligation since we gave the okay. So
Correct.
if you guys wanna approve that I reported that, and then if you wanna just initial this so that I can give that to the auditors.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the remainder, the boiler I come up with, we still owe 44,764. And they're doing some stuff right now, so hopefully we'll get that done. And then, or no, sorry, the boiler is 24,000. The wiring, we have 44,000 left, because we only paid for the product and we'll have to pay for the,
Installation.
And the other
Yep.
one's just the 1 year
Yep.
report that monthly.
and then the scanning, we have 121,073 left, but we don't pay that till
Yes,
it's
she's
done.
already. She's against it.
You just want the front page initialed there?
Yes, please.
Okay.
If you guys wanna look through here, here's the detail and you can see what was.
Okay.
Well,
I could go on later on.
Yep, yep, to look through that.
you used to have more control over this. Yes. And then it was removed.
All right. Was that fairly easy for you to keep track?
Well, yeah, I like how we do all that minutes separate for all that, because that way we can just pull the file, and I have copies of the checks, everything.
On that, I got that yesterday.
Yep,
That's
breakdown.
Myron. No,
This is Myron's
that's
portion.
Myron's only.
Okay, so is he gonna submit that?
I don't know. I'm hoping
Because
so.
I'm coding that one, that other one that we broke down, the rest of that civils, I'm paying out of ARPA, and the rest I'm paying out of capital project.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So then Myron, I'll make sure he gets that too.
Yeah. I figured he's got it, but I don't know. I didn't check
2 to 20.
who all got it.
Okay.
I
Didn't wait for
like to
next,
send everything to me anymore.
next claim run.
That was a bill for the radios for the secondary roads that they sent me yesterday, 220,000
Yep.
change for all the equipment. That's conservation. No, conservation is with the sheriff.
They're with, yeah, they're already locked
Benton County Supervisors.
I gotta say no.
Good morning, Mrs. May Hinchin.
Okay, hi May.
That's me.
That is not her voice.
All right.
So
sure no
to
one
finish
first
this
name
up,
made
what do you
this
need?
morning,
A
Ron.
motion to approve this?
in. Yes.
Never know.
Funds? Okay,
This is
that's my
true,
motion
this
to
is very,
approve.
very true.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You throwing any wrenches at me today, Ron, that you didn't forewarn me about?
I got stuff back from Mr.
Might have grabbed
Anderson.
too many on
He
that
says
one.
we are to follow.
Oh, yep, I grabbed the resolution.
Yep, which is in the thing.
Oh, that's my abatement, I need that back anyway.
Yeah, getting all these back.
Advocate's job,
Okay,
what our counties and
Yep, which is what's in the.
9:15.
9:15.
so other than that, that's all we
It
have
was
to
kinda left in your hands, Ron.
do. Yes,
What did you hear?
I got talked to Mr. Henders yesterday. His, what would be my word, Tim?
He advised you follow the law.
Yes, we follow Iowa Code 229, and then there are some supporting Iowa administrative code sections that lay some things out for us, and he says we need to follow the law for what the advocate does, and we need to follow Iowa Code 229 for what the county as the employer does.
I have a concern
Now it's Tim.
to start with here. On that, you have on your agenda to discuss and approve tabled action on Exhibit A. The one I have is Exhibit
It
B.
was actually B.
Well, somebody
There.
could complain to the board about that, the Public Information Board, and it could be an issue for you, because the agenda's wrong. So someone just reviewed B, did not review A, or reviewed A,
Did
but
we
not
have
B.
it as A last week too then?
It was B.
Okay.
Yeah, because you guys already signed A.
We did.
Ron just asked me A though,
Yes,
so we'll blame
I
us too.
haven't seen A.
So anyway,
Yeah,
that could be an
A.
issue in considering you're taking action on it. I'm just pointing that out to you. Secondly, we still have some concerns in our office with the wording of this proposed exhibit and what is proposing be done. It basically shifts responsibility from the county to the region, which is not what the Iowa Code in 229 says to do.
In light of what he just said, I would move that we table this till he gets it all squared around.
So, okay, so what needs to be, and May, I don't know how much you can hear, because what needs to be, I guess, I'm trying to figure out what needs to be squared, because we've kind of talked about, like, all 9 counties are, or, excuse me, 8, are following this exact same thing, which is why we cited code in it, 229, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've talked to a supervisor in another county that said otherwise,
Which county?
Dubuque.
May, has that gone to the Dubuque board yet?
Dubuque County approved the MOU yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, this was prior to yesterday that I talked to him, so.
Oh, yeah, that's why I was saying there was
Okay.
8, because I thought it was approved yesterday,
Okay.
so.
So it's Exhibit B is what I'm gonna put now.
So if we table this, Tim, how long is it gonna take to get worked through what the law states, the counties to do, the states to do? Shouldn't take long, should it?
No, it shouldn't. I just don't know that you can do what they're wanting to do with this legally.
Okay.
And I understand the other counties have signed it and approved it, but I don't represent those other counties. I represent Benton County.
Right.
So what is the law saying that is in here that is not, that we can't do?
It says we have to follow 22919. And if you look at 441-2556, it requires yearly reports, not monthly reports. You're asking for monthly reports, and 229 only says yearly reports by December 1st of each year.
We're not asking for monthly reports, we're asking for the data to be entered monthly. We're not asking for a report to be compiled every month.
Still the same thing.
So, okay,
It's something the advocate already does. She submits her information to the region monthly.
So she submits it, why do we, I don't think we want to put it in writing, because I don't think it's in accordance with the administrative code. And then to adhere to the region's quality assurance system, it's clearly stated in 441-2557, the county shall implement a quality assurance system, which, it sets out what you have to do, and it says the county should do that, not the region.
May,
And it's in our regional management plan that any provider, any person who receives payment for the region is subject to our quality assurance process. clearly written in our management plan.
I don't think your management plan trumps law or administrative code, though.
Our management plan has been approved by the Department of Health and Human Services.
That's fine, but it's still not law.
So is what I'm hearing is basically you want us to take out the region's quality assurance and no expectation of her having things completed timely, like monthly, timely.
Well,
that
I think
what-
that's up to the county to supervise that because she's a county employee. I don't think it's up to the region.
Well, the region pays her, and so, and with the quality assurance stuff, like, the state is having issues getting information.
You provide money to the county to pay her. You don't pay her.
Sorry, it's a pass-through, you're right.
Yes.
I don't know that we can put a timeline on this, you know, they're gonna have to get this thing hammered out. And I agree with Gary, it needs to be tabled until it is hammered out. First of all, it's down as Exhibit A, not B. And so we really can't take action on that.
No.
And second of all, needs to be ran up the flagpole here somewhere.
Oh, I know, yeah, I didn't,
Exhibit A, it's just a typo, but.
yeah. So my struggle has been that we have met and re-met and probably re-met again, and every time we meet, yep, we're good, yep, this is fine, and then we get in here and, nope, it's not fine, and then we meet again. Yep, all these answers have been squared away, yep, we've got everything answered, and then we get in here and, nope, we got another concern, nope, it's not answered, so let's table it again. Like, so that's where my confusion is coming, because when we have a meeting and everything is, you know, going, yep, we got it, we're gonna take care of it, and then we get in here and it's like, oh, I forgot to mention, never mind, we need to have another meeting. So I don't know what the end looks like. Because when May and I are in meetings and it's kinda like, yep, everything looks good, and then all of a sudden it's not, it's a little confusing. I guess, I don't know about May's end, but it's confusing for me when
Yeah.
it feels very squared away when we meet and have everything hammered out, and then all of a sudden it's not again.
Well, I think this is probably the first time we've had legal counsel here on this.
Ray has been here, the 2 other meetings that we were in here
Was he?
for.
Oh, he was here last week, wasn't he?
And
And it
the
was
first time we
moved.
met, the second time we met, so that's what I mean, it's been like,
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna do anything if it's against the law. That's the bottom line.
I look at, you guys need to iron this out before it even comes back to us again.
well, that's why I keep saying, every time we have a meeting, it's ironed out, and then we get in here and it's, all of a sudden it's not, but May and I weren't aware that it wasn't.
Yeah, see, I was not either.
This is kind of new to all of us, so, but, okay. Tim, you'll be able to work with them?
Ray, Megan, and I all worked on this, so yeah, any of us, you know, Ray will make the final decision, of course, as to whether he approves of it or not. But
Okay,
yeah, we're happy to sit down and talk.
I think that's the thing to do.
But the advocate is right now reporting the way they want done now anyway,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
And she plans on continuing. I met with her again yesterday.
Okay.
She plans on continuing to do that.
yeah, and that's kind of where the struggle is, because she's already doing it, and it's a non-issue, so it's just a matter of the board saying, yep, keep kind of doing what you're doing, because she's already doing it. We're not asking her to do anything illegal, we're not, it doesn't change that the county has to have that, and I know Rick, or Ron, we've talked about this, of like what the county's,
What our.
quality assurance process, things like that. And then the county's quality assurance feeds into the region's quality assurance. Does that make sense? And May, am I saying that right?
Yes.
If I could get a copy of yours, your quality assurance program. I'm sure you have it in writing.
May, do we have that? Like the quality assurance, kind of those expectations, we have that, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, Ron, that's what you and I talked about auditing the caseload.
Correct?
And that you and I talked about it, and you said you'd be happy to participate, and I said I would be happy to have the region's quality assurance specialist help you out with that. I mean, that's what, Ron, that's what you and I had talked about doing in partnership.
Yes, it is, but the code says it has to be our policy. And if I could get a copy of your policy, which I was told that your policy is Iowa Code 229, then I could get that to, and basically it would need to go to Tim to start with, so it just might as well go to the county attorney's office so they can approve it.
Where is, or what is the county's quality assurance process? Where do we have that in writing?
It would be in the handbook.
No, I don't think there's anything in the handbook
We'd
about
have
it.
to look. That's why, and it could very possibly have to be created for this position.
So yeah, because we can't compare apples if we only have one apple.
Bottom line is, they gotta get things hammered out.
I'm
Right.
fine with using yours.
And I'm not gonna sign
They're gonna
anything
need to look at it.
as it is right now, till we get the blessing from the county attorney's office.
So May, do you want me to send you and kind of all parties an email to set up a meeting?
Sure.
I would send them a copy of that first.
You know, let's keep in mind that by code, as has been pointed out, the county has to have a quality assurance process. I am very happy for the county to have their own independent quality assurance process and for the regional quality assurance process to layer on top of that. I mean, just as a condition of our payment, as it's stated in our management plan. So I'm not trying to trump anything that you as the county would like to do for your quality assurance process. I mean, if you all have policies and you are enacting those policies, I'm happy for ours to layer on top of, not to try to trump. This is a partnership, and I don't want to have anything done. You know, and as I said to the Dubuque County Board of Supervisors yesterday, and they were talking about the mental health advocate needing to be an independent party, and that is exactly what I'm trying to do here. If we were trying to say that the mental health advocate was not an independent party, we wouldn't need an MOU. We would direct the advocate, we would attempt, which we can't do, that's illegal, so I'm not doing that. I'm asking for the Benton County Board of Supervisors to be a partner with the region and say this is what we expect of our employees. And so if you have quality assurance procedures that need to be done, have at it, please do those. And we have that additional layer as just payment as part of the region, that it's an audit of the caseload. So if you have other quality assurance processes, I'm happy to support those.
Oh, and if they're not part of the handbook, because Dave had been supervising her, Tim, would he have some kind of policy or procedure that we aren't aware of, that if it's not in the handbook, where would that be? If he's been supposed to have been doing this for 6 years.
I'd have to look and see, I'm not aware.
Okay. So we may have to put something together then, if that
Because I
doesn't
don't have
exist.
it.
Yep, I can see what we have, if anything.
Okay. So then we can kind of, if you want to, I'll check the handbook if you want to check the office, and we can.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys come back, it's a done deal. Everybody's in agreement.
I would just love if there's,
That would be the easiest
if we
thing to
have
do.
it squared away and all of a sudden we don't, that May and I have some kind of a heads up and not, it was squared and now it's not squared
Okay.
anymore. That's my only, request, is not to be continually blindsided when we come into the meeting.
You guys will get together.
Yep, I'm
Yep.
gonna shoot an email off to you guys as soon as I get back to the office, and we'll kind of, May, do you want to send me some times that work for you?
Yep.
And then I'll throw that in there.
Good. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go check the handbook right now if you wanna pop in my office before you leave.
Okay.
So, and that way I can, when I email you, Tim, I'll know whether or not it's in there.
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
thanks, guys.
Rick, wave them in.
Good morning again.
My phone, it's way before now, that's for
You
sure.
you made a motion to table it.
Okay,
I second it.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And we don't have a date.
I'll have it on whenever, but I'll
Yeah,
have
don't
exhibit
put it
B.
on it.
Yeah.
Don't put it on till you tell me.
Don't put it till, yeah, they say they got it ironed out.
All right,
Well,
exhibit B.
They should be in touch with her, or with you.
Yeah. All right.
How are you?
Our second reading to consider the resolution for EMS essential service in Benton County.
And I talked to the guy.
You guys want to speak up on any of that?
I don't think this is.
Anybody have any public comment?
to the supervisor.
You want me to read it again, or does somebody else want to this time?
Well, I think you read it last week. It
Yeah.
hasn't changed.
Nope,
Okay, well, I'll make a motion that we,
approved.
do I need to approve the second reading?
I'm guessing they just caved in.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Second reading's done.
Oh, you didn't even get your chairs warmed up, did you?
So the final reading and adoption will be next week,
Okay.
and then we're gonna appoint to the advisory council the following week. Because we put that as a deadline to get those forms filled out, so.
Yes.
Does that sound right, everybody?
Good.
Have the fire department and some of the stuff receiving this, they think it's a good idea. Have you heard?
We're working on that.
We'd like to see it go away.
Okay.
So we're having a meeting on May 11th as a EMS association to discuss what I showed you guys last week of what a proposed council could potentially look like.
That's in Manhorn?
Correct.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Yes.
2 weeks yesterday.
So we appreciate everything.
Okay.
I don't feel any different than I ever
I
See,
did
we
get
can-
that map done too, I'll send you, for the values, kind of breaking down, but I think it's assessed values, so you might have to tweak it after we get the new rollbacks and stuff for next year.
Okay.
The start to look at.
Everything helps.
Yep.
Appreciate all your work on that.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank
We're
you.
learning this together.
We sure are. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Like to learn more about benefit advisors.
Good talking to you, Ron.
Yeah.
Okay. Appoint members of the HR Directory Hiring Committee.
Well, the persons that we've come up with, we've got the sheriff as a member, and Karen Utoff as a member of the sheriff's office. Doug Kearns has agreed as a member of secondary roads. Megan Hall will give us legal there. Shelby, you said either you would or someone from your staff, or, so
I think it'll be me.
it will be you, okay, very good. Now it comes down to the board. Due to some questions in the past, do we want the whole board?
I believe so.
I have a question. If you do the whole board, won't we have to do agendas?
You have to do public meetings and
Yep.
agenda and post it and everything.
It would have to be public if you did all three.
Yep.
Because that's an open
Your
meeting.
interviews would be public, even if there's two of you.
Yeah.
Okay. I do not have any personal agendas or anything of that nature, but as we have gone around the 1, 2, 3, I'm up unless somebody else wants to do it. And I don't have a problem with that. So, there you go.
Who was the first one you said?
The sheriff,
Yeah, okay, Karen.
Karen.
then Karen Uthoff,
Just Karen though, right?
Yep.
Or both of you?
Both of us.
Both of you?
Okay.
Doug Kearns,
Yep,
Megan Hall,
yep.
we got Shelby.
Did you ask any of the other departments or?
We're really getting out there, a lot of head count.
I think the smaller the better.
Yeah. I was
I
just,
don't think you want to get too big.
I know there was
And you
one
probably wanna
office
go an
that's
odd
never been
number.
asked.
And I'm
Or we
volunteering
have an even number
because
right now.
Yeah.
1, 2,
With one
3
of them,
gig.
you'll have an even number, right?
What's that?
With one of you, you'd have an even number, you probably want an odd number.
Yes, that's why I would think maybe that one department that's never been called on would be all right. One supervisor and then,
We've got unions represented, kind of both areas. Legal. Any recommendations? Was Larry on the last one?
well, I was even thinking about like Lexi's office.
Well, it was stated that we do not have a department head. Kind of call in. And so, you know,
Well,
and so I
Covered, but they don't pay dues.
I don't know, I was just thinking maybe, you want me to contact Jordan or some of that nature, the assessor's office?
well, either one of them two. Like I said, I don't think Lexi's ever, her office has ever been involved in anything.
Okay. All right.
But I think you should have an odd number.
Okay. All right. I will reach out to an employee.
Okay?
Okay.
Well, that'll be 7 then.
Woof.
Same thing goes with the treasurer's office. I don't know if there's anything there, so.
There's only, how'd you get 7? Okay, I got it.
Karen, Tippett,
Karen or
Oh, Ron
Ron?
and
Six.
Karen are both on.
yeah,
Okay.
that bumped
Okay.
us up.
All right. Then, if it's okay with you, I'll give Haley the last person.
Yeah,
Okay, there'll be an employee, not a department head.
right.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good with that, guys? Is there a motion to accept that?
I'll make a motion to accept what you said, for the 7 people. 6 that you know about,
And one.
1 you're gonna pick yet.
Okay.
Okay,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Don't come out.
And then, just curious, what are you guys looking at for timeline on this?
I think the ad's been running, it's gonna run for 30 days,
Okay,
and it's been out
Is
there
it-
about a week.
it is out, okay, cool.
You have 13 or 14 applicants as of today.
Wow, that's
Yes.
impressive, alright.
Some very good applicants, actually,
So,
So we've got 3 weeks left, okay.
some with master's degree.
Wow.
Yeah, out of state, willing to relocate.
wow,
Yeah,
That's nice.
Good old Benton County.
huh?
It said, come to Benton County.
There you go.
Perfect, okay.
you know, what was that, question in the movie, is this heaven? No, it's Iowa.
Yeah.
Substitute Benton County.
Just saw that movie for the first time.
Oh,
Really?
Last week, I'd never seen that.
Oh my God, Ron, where you been, under a rock?
Yes.
I watched Cocaine Bear and that was the most dumbest movie I've ever seen. So don't watch that.
Okay, good to
Okay.
know.
What one is it?
It's called Cocaine Bear.
It's based
The
on a true
previews
story.
look really the funniest parts, but don't watch it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, there we have, movie critics.
Yep.
Reports?
Well, I had HACAP meeting, and I had a HACAP meeting. It was about 2 hours of it. So, yeah. What can you say?
So you probably already saw that. Wasn't she
Oh,
there?
yeah. She's
does-
great. She does an awesome job. She
She's a
really
good
does.
presenter.
Oh, yeah.
Regional Mental Health last Thursday. Right now, we have a representative from every county. And the state legislature looks like they might reduce that so that we're not gonna have a representative from every county.
I should remember.
It's not good to have several counties not represented. We'll see how it all goes this week. It's kind of a mess.
And we met, of course, with Cedar Valley Ranch, and we now have a copy of that lease, but we need to review it.
I haven't looked at it.
I haven't either.
I haven't either, Troy.
And then we'll have to get it on the agenda.
I have that lease on today this afternoon.
Yeah.
Because, yep,
This
Okay.
afternoon.
Okay,
Yep.
then I better get it read.
yep. Because the Cedar Valley Ranch, they wanted it for their next meeting, remember?
Okay,
So their board can approve it
okay.
too.
Very good. And you, sir?
Oh, I had Easy Cog Wednesday afternoon. I was with the DOT, different projects that they're applying for. Regular Easy Cog meeting on Thursday afternoon again. There's quite a few places did apply for the trees and also, generators. I was kinda surprised at that. So,
Okay.
tree fund might not be as big as what we were hoping for the county, but.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. Oh, I had a Zoom meeting with the towers on Thursday morning. They're progressing well. Pretty well all the towers except Belle Plaine is done, right? As for being up and the stabilizers, the extra cables.
Yeah, the stabilizers were completed on the main tower on Friday. That crew was not doing Belle Plaine, so
Okay,
I need to go down there and look. But
So they got the wiring up on the towers
the braces, yeah,
and,
no antennas yet, no cables, no shelters.
everything stood yesterday.
oh yeah,
Today's gonna be a test too.
Yeah.
I haven't been out to Rogers to see that since it's been up, I'm sure you have.
yep.
That's gotta look kinda weird, just on that tower, no shed around it or anything.
Yeah. In the middle of the field. There it is.
And for the city of Norway, I bounced them again correctly on Thursday about
Yes.
the ruts that they cut in on the city property, and Glenn assured me that he was checking with the contractor to get somebody out there to do some landscaping.
Otherwise, we'll have to pay general bills for whoever mows.
So. I guess that's about it, that's enough. So I ain't got no corn planted yet.
We spread fertilizer last night till 11 o'clock.
Talked to a fellow yesterday, he said by late afternoon he'd be done.
With everyone.
with everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
There was a gentleman up north that was done planting beans and back to Texas 2 weeks ago. Since that time, the corn has turned back down.
This was brought to my attention again, this Heritage for Aging, you're supposed to be on that. They're complaining that nobody's been showing up to none of the meetings.
Nobody sent me a notice.
So I was wondering about, I wanna talk to maybe Sarah. What do you think of that, Rick? Let her represent us. That's kinda in her field, I feel.
Sure,
What do you think of that idea?
fine.
I will talk to her after the meeting today.
I emailed him your email more than once, so. Do you ever check your junk mail too to make sure something's not in there? On your county one, for the first time, sometimes if it goes in the junk, you gotta go in and make it safe. No?
If it don't come direct, it ain't getting to me.
So I'll check with Sarah.
Okay.
9:45, the engineer, and he give you all his goodies.
Yep. Let's see what we have listed first. So we have the DOT detour agreement for Highway 150 project,
That didn't involve me.
and then he's got the road for the other detour. So there's 2 DOTs.
Now, this is for a 150 roundabout project?
It's the one that currently, that they're, that detour location. So he said they needed it signed even though we already did something on it.
Oh, okay,
So that's
okay,
on.
needs to be signed.
Yep, and then
Okay.
the other one
You get that done before your time.
for 2024, so the one's kind of the current one, and then the other one is for the bridge. And
Well,
then,
let's do one at a time, right?
yep,
So, you need a motion to authorize Tracy's signature
That's just in what, the first.
on that 150 roundabout project. That's my motion.
Second.
Rangers right now.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now the bridge embargo.
yep, so that's a resolution to remove the bridge embargo. And it is 1 mile west of the northeast corner of section 10 in Florence Township on 75th Street.
Okay.
Is that out by Pete's Hills
They-
edition?
What's
Is
that?
that, is that the one by
One
Pete's
of the
Hills
judges is
edition?
retiring.
No, Florence is down the corner here.
Or no, sorry, that's the other one.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
District
Okay.
benefit.
So move.
and I'd second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 We used to get 15, 20, you know, when I was young.
Was that just a doubled?
It's crazy.
No, because there's 2 different DOT things.
Really?
Yeah, he said the one was the older one, they needed it signed, so.
And what's the newer one?
What was this here, what are you trying to think?
That is for 2024, for the bridge replacement project. So they need their,
Oh, on 150?
yes,
Oh,
2
okay,
different, but
okay,
it's along the
sure.
same area.
Sure, sure.
So that one is separate, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Make a motion that we approve that bridge replacement detour.
Okay, and there's the detour map if you want to look at it.
Yeah, I'd like to see it, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The DNR's coming right now to inspect our wells, so,
Oh, fun.
Ah,
yeah,
Have fun with that. See ya.
see you.
I thought somebody had burned some ground somewhere today.
All right.
Do a patrol burn.
Today?
They've done that before.
Are they in their right mind?
They were not.
Okay.
Thank you.
It mattered, it was mentioned that Doug Kearns is not a union member.
He's not a union member.
That's what I was just told,
Okay.
just throwing that out there.
The time you do not do that, they burn.
Well, in both departments
Car
are,
in it, and they're paid dearly.
are represented. Because I don't know if Karen is being truthful.
I don't think she is, she's office.
I don't know who is and who isn't.
Ron would be able to tell you that one.
Okay.
Karen is not a union member, is she?
No, she's
So
not.
I stand to be corrected. I don't know who is members of unions and who isn't. So it's no big deal. We have both entities, sheriff's office as well as, you know, the secondary
There
roads.
was,
Somebody to represent both areas.
see,
On the map? You want-
Oh, yep, sorry.
Never thought of that.
Secondary road union?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody,
No.
Aren't they?
no. And again, I don't know, if you had two people sitting there, I wouldn't know which one is and which one isn't,
Right,
so.
but even the ones who aren't dues paying members are covered by the contract, right?
Yes.
I guess.
So. Not an actual member and.
Not a paying member.
There you go. De facto member. As is Karen. She's covered under the contract, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the same detour that's in effect now.
Which I've never seen.
The contract?
Her contract.
Oh.
She's my private secretary, so she's
All
exempt
right.
from that.
That's it, ain't it?
Nope, we have 10 o'clock.
But as you know, she's,
It's not on your sheet.
Okay,
Yeah.
What is it?
she'll tell you exactly.
10 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah. Acknowledge resignation of George Kessler at 10 o'clock.
I didn't print them all out.
well, I went in and amended it.
Uh,
He called, it was like 9:45 maybe,
Okay.
so I put it back on and then amended the PDF on the,
Because apparently in some
Oh.
counties, exhibit A.
Yeah, that's the note she sent us, that she amended it.
Okay. That one I didn't see.
Region employee. Ours does not.
so we got a new person that
Only one guy left in that department.
Met with her and they. That was when they had the wrong code section. Appeal. Yes. So then we corrected it.
there's a bunch of trees and stuff in the
We changed
ditch
the one
south of
spot to
Blairstown,
region.
between Blairstown and the county line.
Yeah, she says, but it doesn't say I have to do
I
that.
guess they can get taken care of.
It's over here.
Nope. That makes it, I'm gonna follow the law, I don't care what your plans say.
You got each one of these projects broke down to what they were then, don't you? Small. Even a dummy like me can figure it out.
well, and you see all my scribbles that keep, yeah.
Cool.
Well, and there was concerns, like some counties haven't spent any of their ARPA money,
Mhm.
and if the state talks of taking it back, that's why I thought it was really important to make sure we show what we've obligated.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a power grab.
And then that other 100,000 is in that state local one, but I haven't used any out of that one yet.
Because they used to.
The only thing I didn't see in you must have paid that out when you had to report that.
Yeah, so if you look at the
$1 million.
period,
But I've asked her.
that's this current reporting
Okay.
period, I had to run it by.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Some stuff's on the backside of them pages.
If they don't
My scribbles,
have it.
it's where I come up with my figures.
Oh, yeah, so that's just bills, what that is. What was that?
Well, I see county got something, we don't.
I have a thing,
This position.
another thing for you, could you have Ray check in on the clock tower to see how that's progressing? It's been a year now.
Sure. Yep.
I remember right.
It's been about that, hasn't it?
Yes.
Are we gonna use ARPA to pay the remainder too, on that one?
Parts of it, big parts.
I don't remember what we decided, but I
Well,
knew.
there was, if I remember right, David Thompson said there was money left over in a clock fund
There's so much in there,
I don't remember the number for sure, I don't even wanna throw it out.
it's not a big amount though.
No,
It's under $3,000, I think.
see, I don't remember.
I don't know what you need a fund for that for,
I was guessing, you know, is there any reason why we keep that money in that account?
I think it was just because it was donated money for things like that,
Okay.
stays there for those reasons.
Well, I understand, but I mean, since this is part of the clock deal, when the second payment comes in, we could get rid of that account by paying it towards the bill. And then the ARPA fund can pick up maybe the rest of it. I think we voted on that, it all gets picked up by the ARPA fund. Remember that.
It's a way, you have a prostate thing.
thank you. I get it. Daily.
Last time, I guess.
She mentioned that today.
That would become extortion. That would be a felony.
I'm sure it's in the highway administrative code for the subdivision though.
We have to have a chat with Brent, because we get on my desktop with this
Oh,
today for some reason. I have a login error. I don't like that. I see she's been doing all of her software and stuff.
10th of June.
I
In
thought it was coming up.
Winter Park, Colorado.
Huh, nice. And her fiance is full-time guard. She's good, I like working with her. Very good. I brought her this way from Motor Sheep Repair.
She worked for them first.
Yeah, but before that, I mean, I think she was at Perry, and she told me. She's from down in my neck of the woods, really, right next door.
She walked out there somewhere.
Van Buren County.
You did.
Yep. I was 9 miles south of Jefferson County.
These are the ARPA
Or 3
funds, is
miles.
that correct?
Yes,
Okay,
That's why
that was for this
Jefferson
reporting
County.
period.
okay.
Fairfield was 9 miles. Kisakwa, which is the Van Buren County seat, is 11 miles, but that's where I went to school, so it's in Kisakwa.
Thank you.
Then moved south.
Yep.
You have one
I
piece
like
back
it
there, huh?
in Jefferson County, but it's just not bad. We had one of the deputy trying to get sheriff last election. There's a lot of bucks that were deputy. Unfortunately, lost. Tense, it was tense. Oh, shit. Hard to believe, huh? But he ended up leaving, but he took, he was paid for February and July, and he didn't work because he had like Easter, which we took home concurrent with his vacation. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
He was Pennsylvania anyway.
Two stuff, didn't you?
Yes.
Leaving, resigned.
store. You gotta take that back out tomorrow.
They got all that.
Is it 10 o'clock?
Yep.
Okay.
So, you should have done what?
Sorry.
Another one, please. So give Melinda one.
I'll make a motion that we accept the resignation of George Hefner from the, as weed commissioner and roadside management.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Do we know when it was effective, or did it say?
Last day will be Friday. right?
Yes. Yeah,
This
we all got the
Oh.
letter
Okay, I didn't know anything about it, so,
almost 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
till Friday, this Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be the 5th.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Or we're gonna recess until what?
Okay.
Please,
Make a motion, we recess.
for the
We're
next.
gonna go out for recess, guys.
No monkey bars.
Yeah, those are unsafe.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
My favorite was.
Okay, yeah, it's 1 o'clock.
For doors.
Yeah, yeah. I added one sentence to, sure it was under 4.1.
Oh, okay. Repairs and replacements.
Yeah. Wonder if Kim can go in there and email it to everybody. Call Tim Dill.
Calling Tim Dill.
Should we, any more changes?
I'll make sure it's there. Hey, it's Ray. Apparently, we printed the wrong version of the lease.
I need to return, I have work to do.
We printed the wrong version of the lease that we need over here. Can you go to my computer? See in my documents folder, there's it should be open already. Under my document, it's just documents. There's a file called Cedar Valley Lease 002. See that? Yep. Yeah. Can you open that and look at section 4.1, read the last sentence? Yeah. Yeah, the last sentence in that one. Yeah, can you email that to us over here, please? You wanna send it to Tracy and he can send it on? Just hit TS and it'll autofill.
She talked to me, I said, it's all good. don't know, she was just confusing the hours.
TS, just put TS.
So, needs expended hours broken.
Yep,
Even though
there you go.
it's on salary.
All right, thanks.
I gave,
Bye, okay. He's emailing it to you, Tracy.
Okay,
I had him read to me first, make sure it was the right one.
I sent her this
I
morning.
know that's what I sent you.
So I broke down
It's in section 4.
I guess I have a couple questions, if I may. While we're talking about the tenant responsibility with that, basically, when we left, I was under the impression that any repairs,
I didn't even,
they would tend to them.
Right,
And if it was beyond their means or et cetera, then they would come forth and visit with us. Well, that's basically a triple net lease, and so wouldn't that take care of the structure as well under that? If they have any repairs? Let's say water gets in a wall, okay?
right.
Or water leaks in from a window and destroys, freezes and breaks some of that brick out. I know that brick would be structural,
Right,
but under this lease, they were to take care of all repairs. Unless it was overwhelming, then they would approach us. And I don't know how you put that in, it's just an agreement, I guess. I'm thinking 4.1 may be just struck
altogether.
altogether, that's the way I'm looking at it. Then the other issue was I thought at the end of 3 years, we would review the rent amount. Currently, it's set up on $75 per person per month.
I think that's a given, the fact that you're gonna have to come in
And then review that at the end of 3 years.
I guess I kinda thought that'd just be a given if they came to renegotiate the lease.
Well, but that's, no, and the way it's written is it's got an extension of 3 years if everybody
If everybody agrees.
agrees, but if it's, I think it needs to spell out that, you know, we look at that rental amount at that
I
time
can do
as
that.
well.
Yeah, I can do that. I just thought if they didn't agree, then you'd automatically look at it.
No,
That's how I was
but
looking at
it could be a totally different board in 3
Yeah,
years,
that's true, it could be. All right,
except for fella on the end.
all right. I can do that. So you want, or it's automatically reviewed after 3 years?
I think we should. Isn't that how we left it?
Yes.
You know, I don't wanna speak out of turn.
No,
That's how we left it, to be reviewed
yeah.
in 3 years. Then would you strike 4.1?
If you're gonna strike, I got the new revised one here. It was just something. Then we need to move that, this last sentence up to 3.1, okay? 4.1 says, landlord shall be responsible for keeping all structures, parts of the building on this leased premises in good repair. Structural parts are defined as items in section, set forth in section 3.1 above. Now, this is the line he just put in. However, it shall be the tenant's responsibility to update and maintain all doors and windows as needed.
Well, it says structural parts are defined as all items except 3.1.
Right, 3.1 defines all the stuff they have to do. Sewer, water pipes, electrical wiring.
Right, that's why I would add that windows and doors to
Well, I
3.1.
get that. So they've got a garage out there and it needs a roof on the garage.
That's their responsibility too.
Isn't that structural?
Yeah, it would be.
We'll see if I need that.
So you're gonna put a roof on a garage?
But you wanna strike 4.1 period, right? That's what I mean. I'm for that too.
Okay,
But move the doors and
we
windows,
shouldn't have to move it.
you don't think so?
They're just, the 3.1 is they're responsible for all repairs and maintenance. Period.
I can add, including doors and windows to 3.1 and take 4.1 out completely. I can go do that real quick and bring it back.
Well.
And that includes that over here.
Yeah, if you wanna do it that, that's fine, I can do
Or is it
that.
just Tracy's signature that needs on that one, or?
Yeah.
I guess I can, if those items are changed,
What is staff?
that they take care of all, the care and maintenance, repairs and maintenance or however, and that
So
the
then who's gonna have
rental amount is reviewed at the end of 3 years,
to do it herself? But she's losing some of the
I
job.
never looked at the garage roof.
then I would make a motion that you sign that
They
once
want
it's,
to do some of the vaccines and
Put it in
do
there.
some things,
that's my motion.
Okay, take out 4.
so they're just not doing.
And in 3.1, they're responsible for all repairs and maintenance.
Yeah, cause we don't know.
That's all you want
I don't know
3.1 to
what
say?
structure she has.
The agreement was if it was too overwhelming, suddenly we had a tornado come
Right.
through.
We
I
We
can
still,
talked about that,
Yeah, I can put that language in too.
and they should have insurance to cover it.
But that.
But if it's not, then we're there to back them up. I get it. We're trying to make it as profitable as possible for them,
yeah,
yet we don't wanna be paying all the big bills.
so they'll be responsible to insure the whole building then, or are we still gonna cover the building?
I think you have to protect your interest.
And that's
Yeah.
what my concern is.
On the insurance.
I'm not
Yeah,
getting stuck
you
in
have
a
to
mess.
protect yourself.
Okay,
Okay.
you want to second that?
I'm concerned about the garage roof. I didn't look at it at all.
It's new.
It is?
We're not gonna cover it
She's not
anyway,
gonna say it.
under my motion.
Well, that's why I'm questioning it.
No.
If it's an old roof now. Okay, I'll second it.
The garage ain't that old.
But again, under my motion, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They would take care of it.
Yeah.
They take care of the repairs and maintenance. That was what we talked about out there.
You get that all then, Ray?
Yeah, I will go do it right now,
Okay.
and I'll email it to you.
Call for a vote?
Yep,
Aye.
Aye.
aye, there you go.
You're striking 4.1 and revising 3.1. Alright,
You're just gonna shorten 3.1 way up. then.
Yep, I will do it.
Way up. That they take care of it.
Okay,
You ready?
all right. Actually, Ray, I can stop up to your office,
Okay,
so you don't have
Yeah.
to come back or anything, okay?
that'll work.
Unless you wanted to set in on this
Next one,
next one?
If you want me to, if you need me to.
you got something pressing?
No,
Okay,
there's always something to do, but nothing's pressing.
Are you okay, Lori?
Yeah, if you don't want me to be in here, you can leave it too.
okay, Barb, Matt Evans, Land Use Health Department. Possible closed session.
I respectfully ask that we both would like to go into closed session, please.
Okay. According to Iowa Code 21.5.
One
Aye,
aye.
that is correct.
Okay,
Do I have a motion to go into
I'll
closed
make
session?
that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Now we get.
okay, we are live again.
Okay. Well, I would make a motion that based on the two options that the Board of Health gave us, yesterday, option 1, option 2, that we go with their option 1, which would require the hiring of a public health administrator. And along with that, approach Virginia Gay to see if they would be willing to do a short extension beyond the 1st of July if we do not have an administrator hired by then.
Okay,
That's my motion.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 And Ray is going to approach Virginia Gay
I will
regarding that.
email you the minute I have an answer.
Good. Anything else?
That's it.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.